Good and poor morning. Ina Akuana, as they say in the northern part of Nigeria. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to On Politics. It is 5:30 a.m. here in Dallas, Texas. Wherever you are joining me from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. But most importantly, welcome to Honor Politics, where we talk about politics and policy with Nigeria in focus. So how we dey? In case we not they wonder why was this guy doing here early this morning? Well, I guess it's safe to say I'm back. I'm back, and as Mike, we would like to hear. I don't find able man. We don't pay my rent, so could be that's why I'm up this early. Even though I had like about like 1 hour 30 minutes section last night. If you've not listened to that one, go back and listen to the section I had last night. That was episode 3 of Part of the Problem, where we discuss with Black League, the one Nigeria, that's Nigeria man, who came on an event because I put Oba on blast. Um, yeah, it was an interesting session. Babati also came on, so it was short in a way, but very very interesting. So if I never listen to that one, go is episode 3 of the Part of the Problem series. We are talking about Tinubu jetting out of the country to France for what reason? To refuel, to re up, or it's on an errand because the Secretary of State Anthony Blinken stopped by and boom, my guy took off to France. So we had a little bit of a satirical discussion, you know, a little bit of heated back and forth, as usual. But overall, was entertaining. It was informative and educative. So go listen to it. I'm pretty sure you will like it. Now, back to why we are here this early morning. We are here because, I they always shout we should pay attention to the signals, not the noise. I don't know. Maybe people saw the headline about 6.8 million pounds, which is about 8 point something $1 million, is going to be returned to Nigeria from Jay Z. I don't know. This was like 3 days ago news. I mean, 2 days ago. When I finally checked the headlines, I saw it. Saw one or two papers reporting on it, but that's it. But this morning now, I say, okay, well, make I just they go through some of my favorite columnists and see what they are up to. So I find my man Peterside. Oh, I like him for one reason. Pretty much all these educations done in Nigeria, but not just in Nigeria, but in River State. But when the guy they talk, you can tell that The guy is solid. So Peterside was the former Director General of NMASA, that's a Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, for just over about 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. No, even more. Wait. He served like almost one and a half term, or should I say two term. Yeah, he was appointed March 10, 2016, in office till March 2020, so almost 10 years. I said 10 years. 4 years before Muhammad Buhari fired him. But that's just a brief about the man that I'm about to read. Is peace. It's part of the top dogs, part of the governing elite. He's been in the mix since his youthful days, if I'm not mistaken. He was a former student union leader still in River State, and was appointed as a special advisor to former governor of Rivers, Peter Odili, on you know student affairs. That's about 4 or 5 years after he graduated. Anyway, that just is brief. Is married, beautiful wife, and three kids. That's Peter Side, Dakuku Peterside. He ran for governor a couple of times, and follow, follow. Now, right hand man, I should say, of Amechi. So, in case you know the year I'm again, so just understand that because his political right hand man is in I don't come out for game now. I'm talking about another person that Amana of the Aura himself, which is Rotimi Amechi. I see him recently. They hop from one media house to another, running his mouth as usual. Only God know what he's talking about this time around. Him and his friend, and who be that friend against? I think who's this guy that was also in the news? Baba Tunde Raji Fashola was also up now in the media. I don't know what they talk. Your loss, she just from a position when I park said poking herself one side instead of looking for one way or the other to instigate the public to be on your side. Ain't gonna work. Anyway, let's get into it. So this page by Dakuku Peterside, Looted Fund and Nigerian Public Accountability Gaps by Dakuku Peterside. This is on fire. So what, 2 days ago? No, also pretty much I think yesterday actually, 23rd. No, 2 days ago, yes, 23rd. Now Vanguard. So if you go Vanguard, you go to the column section of Vanguard and you will see this piece. But let's see why I feel this is very important to young people. See, that's why I say Mugu now they listen to news. You won't see this in our eyes. You won't see this. This should be is something that we should be on the news for a minute. But again, I understand. We should also pay attention that the man in charge right now is a fucking clever guy. He knows his onions. He knows how to engineer the public. He knows how to misinform the public. He knows how to instigate. He is good at this. He's been doing it for a long time. So, but the fact that he's able to pretty much get everybody on his side, including all the media house, is something we should be wary of. Hence, I say stop listening to news. It has a media house. Why am I going this route? Is because how come pretty much 99% of the medias are silent on what I'm about to read? That's not a coincidence. Because if to say now when Buhari did there, Buhari has iron hand towards the media house, but they see if one way or the other find a way to the release some kind of information and stay on it, right? Even though the Baba no care, but the handlers, the media handlers are just we are not up to par in the last administration. This one, I think they will do better in terms of trying to misinform the public or just keep a lot away from the public knowledge. Anyway, Nigeria lately has been lucky, though for the wrong reasons. Many money has more metamorphically been falling from the sky when the nation is in severe economic distress. That should be a good thing, right? I mean, we need money now. So if money is dropping from the sky, oh, should be a manner. That should be a good thing. Since we need money anyway. But that is not the case. As the money they come, that they reloot time. But I cannot bore you with my insight yet. The strengths I need every dollar to meet our obligation. First, it was the series of Abacha loads from the United States alone. Approximately $332.4 million were recovered between March 2021 and May 2022. Just within 1 year. My God. That's 6.3 million pounds was recovered from foreign countries, according to former Justice Minister Abubakar Malami. Where are those funds, my brother? Anyway, this is among recoveries from other countries. The latest is from unknown persons, an unidentified source in Jersey, a Channel Island. The fund worth $8.9 million are believed to be proceeds of corruption disguised as government sanctioned contract in 2014 for arm purchase, but diverted to shell companies, aka offshore, aka Panama paper, aka okay, make I not talk. The silent promise which the bleeding with the bleeding dry of public funds in the dance of corruption. Nigerian public funds are the unwilling partner withering away from the grasp of those who need it the most. The key actors are those who entrust with our common words. So this kind of money just won't enter the country. I mean, don't enter already. It just the public no just know, right? We are busy chanting the mere 500K, 500 millionaire away. Betty just or just they buy makeup. The small money where our slave queen minister, she just take go buy makeup. Now the whole country raise up in arm, one killer, one destroyer. The whole country is making sure that their career no survive again. The young people and women self they follow, mumu follow. Eh? Why look at money? See money where they come. This just imagine this is in 2004, and this is good luck administration. And money has been they loot money every freaking day, every year. So let's say from that time up to today as we speak. Imagine how much. But we won't could Betty. Betty I do should die politically because she just decided to say me she just keep one small money aside to buy makeup. Huh? Who was like this? So money they come, better money like this they come. We don't know where it goes. We don't know where it's coming from, and we don't know where it's entering. But we don't care. We do have investigative journalists, right? The celebrated ones among us. All of a sudden, they are no longer investigating. They are fond of investigating what has already been investigated, which is this kind of case falls into that category. Let them go and investigate it. We want to know who that money, who is the persons. What do you mean by unidentified person? We have unknown government. We want to know unknown looters too. And the writers, as the writer will conclude in this paragraph, the key actors are those who we entrust with our commonwealth. So we know them now. So I don't know how much. People who voted for us since that time till now, people we serve in our public office, people we serve, we know them. They are well documented. They are the most documented Nigerians. Yeah. If we don't even know how much raise the money, we should be able to know who they are. Then we go from there. But of course, our investigative journalists are not interested in that. Now Chicago, they're interested in. Anyway, though these alleged looted funds were never declared missing before being recovered now. See? And we have investigative journalists everywhere. Money flying around in Nigeria. I mean, we are in that sophisticated in terms of, we should employ Yahoo boys. They know how this money move around. If money they go, if they don't they carry money via Ghana must go again. Yahoo boys are there. That's what they are there for. That's their expertise. Pay them good money and put them to use. That's how they do. Anyway, though these alleged looted funds were never declared missing before being recovered now, raises a lot of fundamental question and concern about our public finance management and accounting system. That's what I'm saying. And that's why anytime I direct my anger towards the elites and I take the painful route to try to differentiate who are the elites. When I talk about the bureaucrats, now I never actually talk about. I always focus on the business elites and the intellectual, the credentials elite, right? Talking about the bureaucrats, the so-called technocrats, the experts, the accountants, generals, the lawyers, the doctors, these men who are at the engine room of how these people loot this money. Again, it takes me back to Saturday when I a little bit just went out of lose it for the doctor that was a guest on Dr. Damages. It fit into these kind of people that help this man lose this money. And that's my point. Again, to those who know understand why I a little bit lost it, this guy is an communication consultant. Is a journalist who work with the government. So that's why I say, what side are you on? See, these are the things that people like him should be putting out there. Write a book. It's 2024 now. Like 10 years more than it's almost 10 years since all these kind of things they come out. So mentioning name and all that, I don't think is a crime. I need to go look up that one when you can declassify some kind of information, or how long fully does it take for some kind of info to be coming out. Of course, public finance management and accounting system is faulty. It's faulty because they are also in and then be the architect of how this money they work out. Anyway, to the best of my knowledge, our government has never declared any fund missing. Why would they? Oh my lord! You are part of the government too. If we go into the auditing of your, I mean, you see what is it? Why I take my time, go a little bit into his own profile, right? If we go and audit the master today, yes, you know, still money, but you know, say money miss either before you or during your time. Did you actually declare them any fund missing? You're part of the government, and this is the problem too. Again, there's a reason I take time to actually go into his profile, right, to know who he is and where he's working from. Now, he's no longer in the system per se. He's speaking up. That's why I feel take him serious, because we never actually voted for him in any way. But it's people that we voted for cannot function well without people like him. So He's speaking as if he's an outsider. No, you're not. Anyway, me guy, I try as much as I can to stay off him personal, his persons, and go into the what matters. Our auditor never raised any red flag about some money. No, why would they do that? They get their own cut. That cannot be traced. And nobody has been prosecuted on account of public fund traced to foreign countries. Uh, uh, um, oh, is that a fact? Is that a fact? Is that a fact? Nobody. I don't think that's a fact. That's not a fact. Nobody has been prosecuted on account of public fund traced to foreign countries. But traced to personal accounts, of course, we don't prosecute the entire, especially the female ones or young ones, right? Patricia Ete will kill her politically. What's this young people that had office that by now we should supposed to be projected there. Just imagine Bankole was still in the system. The guy forgive Bola Tinubu run for his money now. But they killed him, right? And politically speaking, when I use the word killed him, I don't mean literally kill the person, right? If they kill this political career, I will never hear from those people again. Same thing with Kemi Adeosun. So if you say nobody has ever been punished for money traced to, foreign accounts, yes. But what we are experiencing these days, it depends. Maybe we'll never see young people who they don't catch carry money go outside. I mean, Ibori was punished for God's sake, right? But again, he's being treated as a king now. Naija say Nigerian should be on Netflix, and I asked him which part of Nigeria, because every street in a blockbuster and I go be. Anyway, let me continue with this interesting piece. So yes, nobody has been prosecuted on account of public money traced to foreign accounts. Agreed. No, disagreed. Since there is no justification for this kind of unaccounted fund that escape our public finance gatekeepers and National Assembly oversight, the proper inference to draw are there is a failure of our public finance management system, official fraud, or we are simply a criminal enterprise posing as a responsible sovereign. This one kill me. That's just weak. I mean, where's the lie? Where is the lie? Where is the lie? It says since there is no justification for this kind of unaccounted fund that escape our public finance gatekeepers and National Assembly oversight, the proper inference to draw, there is a failure of our public finance management system. That's a fact. So that is a failure. I don't think there's a failure. I would say they are incompetent about that. Maybe we should start calling them for what they are. Maybe they will take us for the challenge one day and prove us wrong. Show their competence. Official fraud. That is, yes, including you yourself. All of na be fraud. Agreed on that. Or I don't think there's anything. They all should be taken off. Everything should just be joined together. My public finance management system of that's a failure of public management system. One, official fraud. Two, and we are simply a criminal enterprise posting as a responsible sovereign. That's a lot. It's a lot because I mean, how can you argue against that? You can't argue against the fact that we are posting at this point as a criminal enterprise, but posting as a sovereign. I mean, one will argue that pretty much every nation is that, but whew, we ain't smart about this at all. And should be this now. Sure, it's gonna be this one again now. The heck is this? The heck is this? The heck? Oh, so I have to pay for newspaper before I carry this in peace. Now, since we don't agree, say all of us ask the country not scam. Let's continue. So Peterside went further to say this is not peculiar to Nigeria though. The United States, the bastion of democracy and policeman of transparency, uh, once invited Ernest and Young to audit the Pentagon, as the Department of Defense is called. The auditor, midway into the exercise, concluded that the financial record of the Pentagon were riddled with irregularities to the extent that a reliable audit was simply impossible. However, however, the US case is different. Is a different context. Some funds were untraceable, leading to the significant change. Yeah, I mean, why you want to make excuse for that? I say case is different. No, literally a couple of days, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, Austin. I'm talking about the chief of defense, their own chief of defense staff, the number one guy for Pentagon, said over 1 billion worth of equipment is missing. So how if I didn't laugh because make our Nigerian army men hear this one first. It go make headline. It go make headline news for Nigeria, and I won't be surprised. I will be surprised. I go see her for news. Maybe because I don't talk up. I will see her for news. This is coming from Pentagon. 1 billion worth of military hardware gone, missing. They don't know, it's untraceable. So, Peterside, I kind of see your point where you are coming from, but that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse to say their own case is different from our case. Thief not thief. Anyway, so he said, well, some funds were untraceable, leading to significant change, of course. The Nigerian case is hard to understand. There's nothing hard there to understand. All of them are be thief. That's just it. That's what it is. Just, I know, just scared. I don't give a fuck. When I prefer to go be slave outside the shores of una comfort home. So there's nothing like say what's there to hard to understand. You see that my problem with all this grammar be that. You know, just teach you I feel they fool everybody. No. Almost all recovered looted funds can be traced to government official under the guise of legitimate transaction, but end up in a private account abroad. That's not for sure. And one avenue where that they used to do this thing pass now this competition. When I was trying to, it was on Dr. Damage, I was arguing that the whole point of them Super Eagle going to Dubai to camp just for racketing, for official to loot bar. And this is a classical example, classical way of the way they do it. Say, almost all recovered looted fund can be traced to government official under the disguise of legitimate transaction. They fit carry money say as they dey go Dubai so they can carry any amount of money is for the team, for their hotels. That's how this thing do. I did the mix. I know. I would have. They don't use me as a pawn too. As an athlete, they don't use me as a pawn. In fact, I want times I would tell some money. No, they say they use their private money. They finance the camp, but when government reimburse them, nobody they know, and we don't know how much. So, but again, all of them are one. They are all thieves. So those way they always pay attention to our public officials, that those that we voted for. I understand say yes, we actually voted for. But this motherfucker that we pay them too with our own taxpayers' money that work supposed to be doing their delivery job, they use that opportunity till they hit the nail on the head on our coffin more. So it's not that complicated. Peter Sai saying that our course is hard to understand. It's not hard to understand them. Will just be straight up thieves who slaves who don't want to be free. Yet nobody is punished. That's that part. Nala you, better I do. Don't say that. If you are saying that, you are making mockery of better edu. That nobody is punished. You are making mockery of those innocent women and young people of Nigeria that destroy their life. Anyway, not even the civil servants who are the enabler and the contractor who serve as a conduit and called to account. You see, these are the people I'm talking about. And then they dangerous pass. And then all these accountants, they don't do there, they serve 2, 3 administration. Mayfield is a classical example. Each time news of discovery or recovery of looted fund breaks, we are happy. However, the painful realization that each recovered loot sparks to the gaps in our governance accounts and audit reporting system is yet to dawn on us. Because again, now they own the media. Now the media go first of all bubbles or ridiculous headline. 20 billion has been recovered. This is For after that one, don't finish. They will not ever continue to find out how that money is spent, when this money actually arrive, which account they pay and to when no. No, 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 no. They just the inside studio just pour their opinion on people, and gullible people just run with whatever they are saying. But again, we do have investigative journalists. Maybe now during the political season that they get finance to investigate politicians. Anyway, so each time news of this discovery and recovery looted fund breaks, we are happy, happy, happy. The painful realization that each recovered looted sparks the gaps in our government accounting and audit reporting system is yet to dawn on us. The bizarreness with the government actor looted public funds, inspired by the conviction that there will be no consequence, there is any hope of a pause in official corruption. Of course, there's no hope when there's nobody who they punish you. I go thief, come punish myself. That's the case of our Nigerian elite. Nobody dey checkmate anybody because, as I said, all the money come from one source. Oh yeah, directly or indirectly. There is no any other sector that is producing billionaires and millionaires that can give oil looters run for their money. We ain't there yet. Until we get there, this shit will continue. All of them are one. Anyway, failure of governance often goes hand in hand with corruption and lack of accountability. Nigeria's weak institution and government structure generally lead to a lack of stability and hinder the government. See, I hate this. I hate this. This idea of institution and governance structure. Let's cut the crap. You see, oh, this grammar how they speak, and they make us the deceivers. What is institution and government structure? These are human beings. These are Nigerians. These are Nigerians. Cut them out. Which institution? If not EFCC, don't say EFCC. Call them. Start calling from the director. That is how it is done. The ideas in an institution, like, then whom are you going to hold accountable? Who? Grammar. And once you begin to use those kind of words, the young people will just they come or will just they get where they struggle to understand their mother tongue before the English. They will begin to just develop whatever a scenario you are painting for them to see in their head. They're teaching as one kind of structure, just like church. Up to today, she have to tell a lot of Christians that there's a great difference between that place where then they go worship every day in the name of auditorium or a building than them as a person, because at them be the church. And that is the case here. We use grammar, institution, government structure. What the fuck is that? Those are these are Nigerians. Call them by their name if there's anything like that. The institution are Nigerians coming together and carry out a specific task. That's what institution and government agencies is about. These are just pure Nigerians who come together, who are given or appointed, elected, given some specific tasks to carry out. If they fail, they have names. I don't understand. If I fuck up now, they will not say, "Oh, on a politics fuck up." No, they will go straight up now. In fact, they will go find my ancestral name, every name way that give me from birth, and then they will say, "Na me fuck up." They will not say, "Oh, on a politics fuck up." Let's Dr. Damage at the same time. All man went to more. If they fuck up, they no go say one want to. They will want to know it. After I will go find one man went to say get name. We will destroy it. Dr. Damage, after I will not say no be Dr. Damage again. But for some kind freakish reason, we can't cease to do that to our people who are supposed to be the ambience of this institution or government structure that we keep referring to every day to confuse ordinary Nigerians. No. Anyway, Nigerian weak institution and governance structure generally lead to a lack of stability and hinder the governance ability to address corruption and public theft issue effectively. See, just give excuses. When we fall into these political terms, all this bogus language, this is how they just take advantage of us. See the excuses that they give. That is because of that, it lead to a lack of stability and hinder government ability. Hinder government ability to address corruption. Government will go they take care of answers under a few minutes. They disgust millions of people from the streets. Go and we get monopoly of pretty much every freaking thing on the planet Earth. But for some kind of freakish reason, they lack inability for them to actually tackle their own corruption. Well, what do I expect? When we see an institution, government official go tell an institution. EFCC worker or the director of EFCC go tell you say is the institution. The EFCC as an institution. Now you be the institution. So all of us now, institution is the victim. Who be institution? We don't know. My God. You boy they speak. Now go. Now go keep us for perpetual slavery. The freedom will not go ever see her. We keep using this grammar. Anyway, the thefts of public funds and failures of governments have had severe consequences for Nigerian social and economic development, of course. But for some reason, and Nigerians, they bear the blunt, abi, it has resulted in enduring poverty, inadequate public service, a weakened economy, and a lot of public trust in government. See, again, a lot of public trust in government. Now, the public, now they constitute the government. But I can't borrow. Listen, I'm confused. Another peculiar thing about Nigerian official corruption ring is that no tangible effort has been made to address the gaps in the public accounting value chain. All these people will go school. Government official, an institution is complaining. This is another peculiar. What a peculiar, another peculiar thing about Nigeria official corruption thing. So our own corruption is unique. So anyway, that no tangible effort has been made. Like expecting the thief to make effort. I don't understand. Who wants to make the tangible efforts? You head the public office, you are a director of an agency, institution. Okay. See, the institution they talk so now at one point is an end of institution, is also faulting the institution that he held. You see what I'm saying? Okay. No effort. Which effort you make? If you don't make effort, who won't make efforts? So when these people come out, God, effort has been made to address the gaps in the public accounting value chain. No effort. Or procurement regime and executing monitoring frameworks that serve as enabler. See, when they use all this, you go begin ask yourself, so is there a department for all these things that is talking about procurement regime, executive monitoring framework? People are supposed to be carrying all this, well, their institution anyway. So forget. This is a big dent in our reputation and a significant negative in requesting assistance from multinational agencies and the global community. Excuse me. This is a big dent in our reputation. Which hour? Okay, and all the looted money, like, okay, with reputation, like, I don't understand. Like, you mean where when they steal the money go? Are those people they go they? No, now who get reputation at the debt now? You are a slave. How do the slave have a reputation? I ain't got it. I don't understand. Anyway, and a significant negative in requesting assistance from other nation financial system that has helped. Of course, those for anything doesn't matter. You are paying back now. Why you no be assistant? You are paying back. Why they not go give you? That's why I don't say you don't get reputation. So they don't give a fuck. So person will not get reputation. Which is the season you get reputation. Whatever you ask for, they'll give it to you because they know you will pay. If you don't pay, they know how to take them back. Of course, you don't get choice anyway. Than to pay back. It also concern our government. Oh my God. Guys, people. It also concern our government, that is the vigilance of other nation financial system that has helped in the recovery of vast sums of looted funds from Nigeria. There is an urgent need to bring our financial system surveillance in line with international best practice. uh, hmm. I just a week they go as I dey read. Like these people just think well. uh, In a government official, the advice government it's hard to take. Anyway, likewise elsewhere, the theft of public funds in Nigeria is a betrayal of the dreams of our people. A crime that shackle progress and strangle the hope of a nation. Theft of public funds in Nigeria isn't just an economic crime, it is a theft of education, healthcare, and infrastructure, leaving the people to pay the price for the greed of a few. See? Instead of us say, he says, instead of you to say, for the greed of us, the few. So he successfully used grammatical construction, just exclude himself. That just, you know, dilutes every point that he's trying to make. You see, that's why it's hard for me to just separate the messenger, the message from here, because one thing we need to understand, the news, once you hear news, identify the characters. So it's I'm trying to identify the character of the people, or I'm trying to identify the people, the players, the agent, the people that is literally pointing finger to. But the more I try to, look deep, the more he's at the forefront of everything that is pointing accusing finger to. So, oh yeah, Mileno. Oh yeah, Mileno. Erumiti Bamo. Anyway, a crime that shackle progress. Okay, I don't go to that. Theft of public fund in Nigeria isn't just an economic crime, it is a theft of education. Heck yeah. Thanks for letting us know. We don't know. Just finding out. Appreciate you for itemizing it, one by one. When public funds vanish into the shadow of corruption, the lights of opportunity dims for every Nigerian. We must stand united against the theft that darken our collective future. See, now ain't gonna use we. Ah, God. It's okay. We must. It's in our must. We must. Nigerian citizens who are supposed to be victims of looted funds are either indifferent or complicit by default. See, we turn around, insult you, Jonah. I turn around, insult you, Jonah. That's my the audacity we all this our elite get. The mind, the outright mind where they get. Kai. The complicity by default, citizen activism, and demand for accountability on institution and government officials. So you don't attach official now. As a more open government is almost non-existent. Of course, you see, he's accusing us, calling us all sorts of printed names. Tolerance for corruption government official is relatively high for various reasons. Can you please give us those reasons why we developed this skin for government corruption all of a sudden? Or we are just helpless? Because anytime we they move, una follow with bullets. So you won't accuse the Nigerian innocent public, just see just try. Make the accusation the facts. Theft of public funds and failures of governance of various a serious issue that can have significant consequence for a society. Addressing the theft of public funds and failures of government require a holistic approach that involve legal institution and societal change. It is an ongoing process requires sustaining effort from domestic and international stakeholders. Alright. They will do everything but absorb them of the solution or the responsibility of what is taken. Who are the stakeholders? Anyway, we must overhaul our financial management system and procedure to track and monitor public funds at every stage. We must deepen the adaptation of technology for financial transaction and reporting government and reporting. Okay. He's speaking to his friends now, his class. So let me just take that so that maybe that will be my consolation. He's speaking to us, right? He's not talking to Nigeria, he's speaking to his friends. So let me take the painful and read how they communicate because this is beyond me. We must deepen the adaptation of technology for financial because maybe us now then we fit deepen the adaptation of technology. When it concern poor man with it concern with overload, right? Traditional reporting. Government must embrace digital technology and e-government initiative to minimize the manual handling of funds management. Ah, guys, people. AI don't come. See you on that day. Don't worry. The Chinese people go they take over the auditing of una finance to pay una debt back, and they will not be in Abuja doing it. They will be in Beijing and be running una this. They will be running una finance for una via AI and robots. Oh, that time. Horiata Shantara Bobo Sikata Yasita. I don't know what will happen, but it's coming. It's coming. It is coming. This is more important not only to the checkmate the continual looting of public funds, but also to stop the re-stealing of the recovery stolen fund from abroad. There is still a go abroad. They bring and come for abroad. They will thief them again and send and go abroad. I love these people. That part of economy they only teach us for school. I kind of We must strengthen our anti-corruption institutions such as the EFCC and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) and the Independent Corruption Practice and Other Relative Offensive Corruption (ICPC). This institution must ensure that existing anti-corruption laws are rigorously enforced. Institutions. Okay, oh, I wonder who are these institutions that is advising to do this. I wonder who are they. Kai. This include prosecuting individuals involved in corruption practices regardless of their status or influence. Well, you got that right. Bata Edu is one of she's getting it right. The government must demonstrate a strong political will at the highest level of governance to stop the theft of public funds. In to say now poor people they thief the phone now you go they go step up. But now that they still are, so step up to who? Funds at all levels of government. Leader must set an examples of integrity, hey, accountability. I know say the obedience go they shout now. Because that's what they run on integrity, accountability, creating a culture of transparency throughout the government. Hi, English. Demonstrating internal and external auditing process to ensure a true examination of government expenditure. Independent audit bodies can be crucial in identifying irregularities and holding officials accountable. Ah, it is well. The government must establish effective mechanism to recover stolen assets domestically and continually through international cooperation. I think they are doing that well so far. I mean, these motherfuckers are returning money every freaking day. So that must be effective. I mean, what do you want again? What do you want again? I mean, well, maybe not like 1% of 100%. Now we don't really recover so far. So it could be there's more that can be done in that regard so that the money can be. But there's no point now. If they do it slow, so that if they are working, they're fighting corruption. If one government just reparted everything, what would the next government use to fight corruption? Use as a form of fighting corruption? Eh? Eh? Peterside, come on now. Smarter than that. Another country to trace it. Okay. Hmm. We must adopt a multi-dimensional and multi-stakeholder engagement approach to make any meaningful improvement in tackling public funds theft. So, when this multi-dimensional, are we going to invite poor people, young people, women, market women to be part of this engagement, or now only when they want classify the kind of poverty within Nigeria, and then they involve poor people. Anyway, to approach the make any meaningful improvement in tackling public funds, civil society organization, the media, and the public must actively monitor government activity and expose corruption. God, these people, this guy always make me laugh this morning. It's fucking hilarious. It's funny. Eh? Civil society organization, the media. The public must actively monitor government activity and expose corruption practices. You are right. We don't cannot get one. His name is Peterside, Dakuku Peterside. So what's the next? What we don't identify you now? What's the next thing? Proceed to where? Oh my God. Go learn. That's last, according to what's they call him? The very dark man I be. Go learn. Anyway, this can help create a check and balance system. Citizen activism, advocacy, and public awareness campaign can help shed light on corruption practices and push for necessary reform. Guys are fucking hilarious, man. Hey, so now that they give the now we sweet for to activism and advocacy and carry a public awareness category so that may them mend us. Oh God. When I thought say I no get hope for the next generation that's going to take over power from this or two generation, I don't think let me say I wasn't sober when I said that. Freaking stunned. So I was right. Now the kind people be this. The return of looted fund is not just a financial recovery, but a wake-up call to take necessary steps toward rebuilding Nigeria integrity, public sector financial control mechanism, audit reform, and securing a brighter future for all Nigerians. Ooh, sounds sexy. As looted fund as looted from find their way back to Nigeria, as looted from find their way back to Nigeria. Kai. It is a testament to the global commitment against corruption. I know they are bad. I'm waiting for this part. People say if lizard fall on top tree, nobody praise them, but will praise himself. That's the part I like. This is it. This is it. um So the return of looted fund is not just a financial recovery, but a wake-up call to take necessary steps toward rebuilding Nigeria integrity, public sector finance control mechanism, audit reform, and securing brighter future for Nigerians. Say, as looted fund find their way back to Nigeria, it is a testament to the global commitment against corruption. We must ensure these resources are invested in projects that benefit the people and strengthen the nation. Repatriating looted funds is more than legal process. It is a moral imperative. Nigerians are watching, and we will hold the go. Huh? You don't confuse me again. You don't confuse me again. This guy. They are watching and will hold the government accountable for using this for. Hey, okay. Praise the Lord. Dakuku Peterside. Wear it in peace. I like him. So money they miss. All the money where they bring. I don't know. So money they come this country, we know who know. From unidentified individuals and recover that money from. Ah, oh my shame. Anyway, so let me see what's funny again. What's because all these things we don't pay attention enough. As serious as this is, I just try to make light of it. It's serious. Money they come at a time that this money, where would you say money no dey Naija? So when we are receiving money from every nooks and cranny of the world, looted by them. This not money where they say during good Lord Jonathan by unidentified person. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, see you. See you for the afternoon section. Ciao.